Home Gym Essentials. Hi, I'm Jonathan Pritchett with Theology, Geek, Fitness, and in this video I'm going to wade into that dangerous territory of giving you my list of what I think are home gym essentials, but I do want to start off by diagnosing a problem with home gym essential lists. If you were to look at them, most of them are stupid and dumb, and let me tell you why. They fluctuate on the one extreme, where if you look it up, you're going to see that you need about $5,000 to $10,000 to have a startup home gym with assault bikes and treadmills and, a rack and expensive barbell and weight plates and then a rack of dumbbells and then some kettlebells and various attachments for your power rack or cage or whatever. And then you're just like, I can't afford that. Then on the other hand, you get these dumb lists where they tell you that you need a jump rope, a foam roller, and a yoga mat as essential. Yeah, these lists are typically trash and they're not designed for most people. Now, I don't consider myself to be a home gym expert at all. I've only been working out at home for 4 years, okay? I used to go to a gym. They closed in March of 2020, and then I never went back. And I've just been using home fitness equipment. You've seen me review it on this channel time and again for several years now. And so what do I think? And this is going to be guided by mostly my opinions and my preferences, of course, like all these lists are. But I think that these are going to be beneficial to most people because you don't need to have a whole lot of money to get in great shape at your house to start off with. Now, if you want to invest and build up over time, fine. But a lot of folks would be, as often as they use their home gym equipment, better off paying $10 a month at Planet Fitness or whatever than buying home gym equipment they'll never use. Because I have seen people who have home gym equipment that they picked up either useless accessories list of essentials or ridiculously expensive stuff, and they are in far worse shape than I am, and they're 20 years younger. I'm not saying that I am like an aspiration to everyone and a fitness guru or whatever, but for 47, I'm doing better than a lot of 47-year-olds. I'll just put it like that. And I've managed to go this long without a power rack or a barbell and all that stuff, a rack of dumbbells. You don't need it to be in really good shape and to have a really good physique compared to most other people on the planet. So let me give you my essentials. My essentials, I think, number one is a pull-up bar. You need to have a pull-up bar. I don't care what your fitness goals are. I don't care if you can't do a pull-up. You need a pull-up bar. It's something to aspire to. Everyone should be able to get their chin over a bar, and that includes you ladies. And I don't care how old you are. I've seen women in their 70s on Instagram doing pull-ups. I'm 47 and I'm doing pull-ups. You need a pull-up bar, even if you can't do pull-ups. Why? Because you can hang from it. You can learn to do pull-ups with it. You can buy resistance bands, which is also on my essentials list, to help you do pull-ups. But pull-ups is also my favorite exercise. But if you don't care about what your equipment is, because your muscles certainly don't, if you put tension in the muscle for an appropriate amount of time and progressively overload, which means make it harder as the weeks and months go on, it doesn't matter if you're using a rock, it doesn't matter if you're using a log, it doesn't matter if you're using a barbell or your body weight or a sandbag or whatever, resistance bands, who cares? Your body and your muscles certainly don't. It's not going to matter. And so I suggest if you want to buy a power rack and a barbell and a bunch of weight plates and a bunch of dumbbells and you want to pump iron in your garage or whatever, there are plenty of channels for that, and have fun. Go for it. Most people who do that would be better off spending $10 a month and then their membership fee every year going to a gym instead of buying all that stuff because most people can't afford it. If you can't afford it, great. But for the rest of us, my home gym essentials are simple. Pull-up bar, resistance bands are absolute essentials. And I'm talking about the 41-inch loop resistance bands. I'm not talking about resistance tubes. Those two are essential. You can do everything you need to do with just that if you needed to. I certainly have gotten by plenty of workouts where I'm on the road or whatever, and I don't have a whole bunch of stuff with me, and it's just easier to get out a 5-band set of resistance bands and my cross grips pull-up bar and You know, even without the pull-up bar, I can still do lat pull-downs, which is a vertical pulling movement with resistance bands. You can mimic every cable machine ever at the gym with a set of bands and a door anchor. No big deal. So that's my number 2. For most people, in fact, professional bodybuilders probably have a set of bands that they use it for something. So resistance bands, number 2, pull-up bar, number 1. Even if you can't do pull-ups, my second essential will help you be able to do that. Number 3, I recommend probably some kind of weighted object, either a sandbag or a weight vest, or both. But training legs at home, if you don't have the power rack to do barbell squats with a bunch of weight plates and all that stuff, a sandbag gives you a lot of weight for very little money, and it's scalable. You can fill as much sand as you can handle until you max out whatever sandbag you bought. But because of the shifty nature of the sandbags, or if you get the best sandbag on the planet, which is the 2XSR slam bag combo, where you can keep it static or have it shift in the sandbag, you know, it's difficult enough. It's great. You can gas your legs with a sandbag pretty easily, or you can get a weight vest, and you can pair the weight vest with, you know, your pull-ups or whatever. You use the weight vest to add weight to your body when you're doing squats and stuff like that. Or if you have both the weight vest and the sandbag, you use the sandbag and the weight vest at the same time and make your squats even harder. So, you know, get one or the other or both, but to start out, just one or the other. But that's basically what I think are essentials. I would say, like, just for preference, a suspension trainer or a set of gym rings. Gym rings are cheap, and if you're not buying a TRX, you can get a lot of high-quality suspension trainer options out there for a lot less money than a TRX, and just as good, and the training is going to be the same. So just that can get you a long way. But I recommend starting off with your goal equipment. Even if you can't use it, get the pull-up bar and get a set of resistance bands, and then get something with weight on it, whether it's a sandbag, because you can get a lot of weight for very little money if you get a sandbag and then go to Home Depot and buy sand, or you can get a weight vest, and then buy gym rings or a suspension trainer. Those are your essentials. And with that kind of equipment and all of the workout videos that I have in my Patreon account, using that kind of equipment, you can go a very long way to getting in the best shape of your life with just that, and not spend. I mean, you could buy all of that for maybe $200 or $300, but you can start off with the pull-up bar and a band instead of bands for under $100. In fact, I plan on doing a video series of what you can get for X amount of money, and maybe that'll be helpful in the future. But yeah, those are what I consider essentials for men, women, whatever. And unless your goal is to be a professional bodybuilder or a competitive power lifter, you don't have to spend tens of thousands of dollars on stuff that going to be great quality. Probably even if you enjoy barbell work. I've managed to go 4 years without using a barbell, except for a brief stint where I bought this axle thing to review and then got rid of it. And I don't even care about using the dumbbells and adjustable dumbbells and kettlebells that I have. Sandbags are easier and more fun and do the exact same thing. Plus, they do more because of the instability of it and all that. So, iron's never really been my favorite. I like to lift heavy. You can make a sandbag pretty heavy. Weight vests are, you know, adding weight to your body that makes your body heavy, especially when you're doing pull-ups. But, you know, do what you like. I don't really care that much. But if I had to give my opinion on what are home gym essentials, it's pull-up bar, resistance bands, sandbag and or weight vest, and finally a suspension trainer or gym rings. Yeah, that's essential. You can be in the best shape, better shape than 99% of the population with just that, and spend under $300 to do it. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on what are actually home gym essentials.